gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Kryptonite Show. Welcome everybody. We're going to get into the markets course, a PulseChain review for the week, as well as the rest of crypto. Where are we right now? Of course, it is Sunday here in New Zealand, and of course it's midday. Just hit midday. It's sunny outside, and of course we're leaving winter behind, and we're racing towards summer. Hooray! 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 I'm looking forward to it. Which it's going to be exciting. Guys. I don't know, my hair's a little bit, it's getting a little bit Superman there. My Superman curl there somewhere. It's almost not quite down. I'm trying to get the right side. My Superman curl coming almost there. Yeah, great to be here, folks. And don't forget to get in the house, share the show around. If you're on X, of course, smash the show out there, XXX. Take a moment to hit the repost button, really helps a lot. And we've got DJ and Hexkin in the house there, nice and early. Welcome to the chat, and you're first. I guess that deserves a clap. I think so. I think it deserves a clap. Great to have you. So let's see how we get on with people watching at the moment. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Presumably we're all live and everything, and everyone can actually see the show. So let me know in the chat there if you guys know I'm live. I have some funny things in the studio, but that's technology for you. Let me go to YouTube as well. Looks like we've got DJ in the house there, so we've got to be live. Yeah, don't forget to share the show on X. That's pretty much it. Now, Gladiator Games tournament number 5 is on right now. $1,400 in prizes. I think we had another 2 people join the tournament last night, which is exciting. So, welcome to all the new Gladiators out there. Very, very exciting. So we're going to be talking about Gladiator Games later in the live stream. That's going to be a lot of fun. We're also obviously going to be, it's pretty much the biggest cash game out there right now, operating on the old PulseChain. It's going to be pretty cool. We're going to be talking about Liberty Swap. Some big news out of Liberty Swap. You don't want to miss that. XGame is on public testnet. You don't want to miss that either. We're going to talk about that coming up, as well as Richard Hart. We've got lots of alpha from Richard Hart dropping, and so we're going to talk about that too. So it's going to be a fun show. I think it's going to be pretty fun. Without further ado, let's see who else is in there. Don't forget to get in the chat. And be lively. That's what we like to hear. So definitely do that right now. In fact, I'm just going to post the show inside Telegram. It automatically goes to Discord. So if you're in Discord, the Kryptonite Show Discord, which are all the links in the video description if you want to join it to Discord and Telegram. In fact, we're going to do a big push again for Telegram. I haven't talked to MVS Crypto or Bill Biller, but we're going to be doing that soon. So another big push into the growth there, getting ready for the bull run on PulseChain. Yeah, it's coming, guys. Ye of little faith, as they say in biblical terms. Ye of little faith, be strong. All right, so let's get into it, and let's get moving. Let's have a look here. I'm looking at my metrics at the moment. Interesting. All right, so we're going to start a live here. Hey, look who's in the house. We got Crypto Hitman. Woohoo! Gladiator Games continues to grow. It does. And we got big plans. We're only ramping up there. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think the community is excited about Gladiator Games, and it's great having a weekly tournament cash game. In fact, they got midweek as well. Lots of things are still rolling out for the old Gladiator Games, so keep a lookout for that. Eddie says, glad to catch the show live today. RH Alpha in full effect. Woohoo! I like that. In full effect. That's a cool line there. Crypto Hitman says, if PulseChain turns around, Rome has huge potential. Absolutely. And we're excited about it too. Their Crypto Hitman, a.k.a. Nick, is in the house. And he's got the dark shades there because he's always in the sun. Living the dream. If you guys haven't checked out Crypto Paradise and the Surf Token, definitely check that out. And they have their amazing DAO, which gives huge investment opportunities. So definitely check that out for Crypto Paradise. And Nick Hillman in the house there. All right, so let's get into it. Now, I understand day 2 of the PDI conference was on. I don't know if it's still going, probably is. But big shout out to them. I think they had like maybe like 6,000 people watching the first day. So pretty successful there. I think they had Somi open up the conference and then had lots of people from the community talk about that. And I understand Betterbank is slowly ramping up as well. So that's going to be bullish news for the PDI community. So yeah, if you're in that community, a big shout out because it looks like things are on the move again with a good old Betterbank. In fact, we might pull up Betterbank and have a quick look at that later on because we did get a bit of an update. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do it live. All right, shall we get into it? We're going to get into the crypto markets. So we're going to go full screen for that. Don't forget to get in the chat as well on the mark there. And let's see where we're at right now. So crypto market cap, 3.77 trillion. Remember, it's still an itty bitty little market cap, even at 4.3 trillion. It's still very small, guys, in the world. So down 2.9% today, and we got 19,174 coins. We got Bitcoin right now at 111,000. That is down 2.4% on the 24 hours. We've got Ethereum at the moment at 3740. So if you wanted to get that dip, because you know who's buying Ethereum right now, guys, you know who's buying Tom Lee. Tom Lee will be loving these prices right now. So if you know he's buying, you should be buying too. Remember, all these strategic entities have got to buy millions and millions and millions and millions of more coins. So they're loving these prices right now. In fact, they'll be laughing themselves silly, saying, "Thank you, weekends. Thank you, market manipulation. We'll take these coins. Thank you very much. Thank you, President Xi. Thank you, President Xi, for putting rare earth, controls in place. Thank you, President Trump, for 100% tariffs. We'll see how all that lands. But at the end of the day, Tom Lee will be laughing. He'll be thank you very much. I want to get as much Ethereum as I can, and so that is where we are right now. So Ethereum 3743. So pack your bags, pack your bags. We got a BNB right now is at number 4. It is up 3.4%. So nice little recovery there. $1,140. We got XRP right now up 2.1%, $2.39. Solana at number 6 is down 0.69%, so getting hit a bit there. And of course, that probably has a little bit of association with X1, which we know is just ramped up. It's validatus, right? So that's happening. And we're going to check on that actually as well. I'm going to pull that up. Actually, I wasn't going to talk about that, but X1 is it must be like day 4 now. I think they've passed 5 epochs as well. So they passed the magical 13 epoch into number 5, and I think it was about 120 slots, 120,000 slots, I think, somewhere like that ballpark per epoch. So they're ramping up. You're going to have to spend at least probably a week or two to ramp up the validators on X1 just to make sure everything's running smooth and fine, and you got the right allocations, etc. So and then of course XDEX is expected to launch as well. So we're excited about that. What else we got going there? Number 9 is Tron. It is down 2.2%, 31 cents. And then Doge, number 10, is down 3.7% at 18.5 cents. So those are our top 10 right now. Cardano, interesting enough, is actually number 11. It's up 2.9%. And boy, it has the market caps down a lot, right? It's down so much on those. But that's number 11. Let's have a look at the best performer in the last 24 hours is BNB. And it followed far behind by XRP. Best performer for the week is BNB. It is only down 1.2%, so not bad. You'd be pretty happy about BNB right now if you were bought a week ago. So that's the total market caps there. Let's have a look at the bigger moves. Of course, number 85 is Chain Opera, so CoIA, and that is up 1,826% for the week, 22% today at number 85. So big entrance there in the top 100. Zcash right now, number 39, is up 70% for the week. Mincore up 5.2%. It's at number 42, and then you got Tether Gold is up 3%, 82, and then Provenance Blockchain Hash is up 2.7%, number 69. So really only two big ones in there, Zcash and Koi are currently top performers in the top 100. And Koi, of course, Chain Opera looking pretty impressive there with the AI solution. Top gainers in 1,000, we've got Zebro, Narash Protocol, and Camp Network. Now, normally I tried to have a look at these. Today I'm not going to do that because I want to talk more about PulseChain for the week. We've got Zcash trending, SX Network, and SuChain are trending at the moment. So there we go on the trending there. So that's our market cap So that is crypto. So I just want to do a quick coverage of crypto today, but that is where we are right now. So you don't forget to get in the chat there as well. Good community chat is always good, right? Always good. And don't forget to share the channel around on X. Just take a moment to hit the repost button. Now, if you guys haven't joined our Discord, links are in the video description. Strategy Club is only $35 a month, and community membership is only $12.50. Those are two options that you have there for Discord. If you want to get into Telegram, Telegram is free. And we do have a lot of KOLs and founders and all sorts of stuff in the Telegram, and we're going to be doing a new campaign coming up for that for the next wave of growth in the Telegram too. So definitely join up to Discord and Telegram. There we go. Let's have a look here. We're going to jump over to the old Richard Hart. Now I was going to bring up something later. I'll do that later. Why not do it later? Let's get into Richard Hart and let's talk about some of the stuff that he's got going because he's been posting quite a bit. So let's do that. All right. So Richard Hart here. So he posted this earlier today. In fact, how long ago? Oh, actually, 11 hours ago. 11 hours ago, and he said, "How did it feel better when you're down in dollars? ETH dropped $1,500. The supply is 121 million. That's 185 billion dollars of pain across all the holders. But you don't hear 185 billion dollars of crying. Most holders have seen all this before, or don't even bother to check." You dip back to 3 months ago price, and by the way, and the numbers aren't actually real anyway. Everyone can't sell the top, and everyone can't sell the bottom. One of Richard Hart's famous phrases there. Everyone's imaginations as to what they could have sold for numbers that are just that imaginary. Nothing in the world has infinite liquidity except fiat currency. Lol. Money printer go brrr. So when you see the high price or a low price, realize that only the high and realize that it's only that high or that low for a very small set of holders or buyers, because anyone that tries to capture it moves it. It's like a hallucination that when you reach for it, it's not there. That being said, historically, people that follow this account have had some pretty good, cool insights regarding tops time and time again. So that's nice. Investing is a game where the impatient lose their money to the patient, where there's product market fit. And of course, I guess you could apply that comment to PulseChain. PulseChain there. So he's had 47,000 views on that. They're getting a few responses from people in the community. And we even got Nick Hellman in there. Look at that, 10 hours ago. We'll give him a little like there. All major assets will be higher on paper by the end of the year, I guess, than they are now. This includes PulseChain assets, who will play catch up in a big way. So that's from Nick Hellman there. There we go. He was in the chat, by the way. Then we had another post from Richard, and it's a cool video, right? So a cool video here. The value of weak hands, and this is real pure Richard Hart, this stuff. So we're going to play the video. I'm having to download the video just a few minutes ago. part of what we did. All right, so let's play this video.
I think in cryptocurrency, people don't understand the value of weak hands. Let's say that you had a jar full of marbles, and you had 10 people that put marbles in, one each. Now the jar has 10 marbles in it. Let's say that that's an exchange, and the marbles are called, we won't name them. So now in this jar of marbles, someone decides, you know what? I want to make a return on my investment. And they take out 2 marbles. Great, that guy doubled his money. But there's only 8 marbles left for the 9 remaining people. So when people take profit out of a enclosed ecosystem that doesn't have new growth, which cryptocurrency in general does have new growth. These things start from no adoption and then get, some level of adoption, which could be, 100K more people or 1 million more people or 10 million more people. And so there's a lot of extra marbles that those people put in. But let's say for the purposes of demonstrating the value of strong hands and weak hands, well, a strong hand is someone that you can't shake him free of his position. Price goes up, he doesn't sell. Price goes down, he doesn't sell. Price goes sideways, he doesn't sell. He's a strong hand. He holds on tight. And then you've got weak hands. A weak hand, FUD, bad news in crypto. Oh, the government's going to shut it down again. The tax authorities are going to shut it down again. It's all going to get hacked again. Okay. And they sell the bottom. And there's tons and tons, probably millions of stories of people that used to have Bitcoin back when it was cheap, and now they don't have it anymore because they got shaken out. They were weak hands. They got shook out. And now all they have is a story about how they could have been a contender and could have been so rich if they had just done something different. Well, you don't want to be one of those stories. If you're in a real project and that project is likely to oscillate 80 to 95% dips, that's what Bitcoin does. That's what Ethereum does. It's what cryptocurrencies in general do.
So that there's a diamond hand story there from Richard, and of course you've heard them many times talk about that, and you can apply that to obviously crypto generally and PulseChain, and there we go. And that's if you apply it to himself. He's been mining Bitcoin since Q1 2011. He's seen it all, done it all, and a lot of people talk about him holding all those bags for the most part. All the way through to obviously when he launched Hex on the 2nd of December 2019. And of course, PulseChain on the 13th of May 2023. So, Richard's a diamond hand kind of guy. And, those who have patience, as he said in his previous post, will, generally do very, very well. So we'll hold on to that. We got diamond hand in there with the old grin there like that. All right. So, talking about diamond hands, that is Richard. So he posted that out as well. He's posted a few more things as well. And I'm going to talk about one more of those things before we get into the diamond hand chart. But let's quickly jump to some of the things that that the PulseChain people in particular have had to endure. And he's signaling to you, have some diamond hands. It might take longer than you think, but things are probably going to end up pretty good in the future there. So let's quickly check that out. All right, let's go through a little list here from a community member, a Grand Inquisitor, put together. We have survived sacrifice, wait until PulseChain launch, 4.5 years in the bear market, highest of stakes with zero effects, everyone calling RH a scammer, FTX crash, Luna zero, RH vanishing, SEC suing Richard Hart, BankX, CZ jail, Germany dumping, EHEX FUD, Mt. Gox unlocks, World War III FUD, Trump tariffs, celebrities rug pulls, pump fund rug pulls, RH winning versus SEC with zero effects. He calls Rack and Michelle, of course, dumping. Yeah, that's that. Obviously, I'm not endorsing any of these particular lists, but give an idea. Herman dumping here. PulseChain gatekeeping. CT ignoring PulseChain ecosystem. Pulse influences rug pulling. Interpol RH. Maria FUD and dump. Vietnamese dong extractor. PDI crash to zero. RH fudding a stupid coin 33x in a row. Mass spaces against stupid coin. Katie Purple here, take over. RH not streaming for years. Better bank hack. RH blocking everybody. Hex down 99%. PulseChain below sack for 2 years. Core Maxis blocking. Coin Maxis crash out. CT ultra bearish. ETH limp. We got there. No altcoin season 2021. Doodle pad marketing with zero effects. BBNB, Solana, BTC, and new all-time highs. RH calling everyone stupid. And we're still in the abyss. Will this list continue, or will we have to endure more pain and tell them But yeah, we did lose a little bit of the connection there for about a minute. Yeah, frozen, says Diamond Hand. Let me add that in. Add. There we go. It looks like I'm back. But I've lost all my formatting there. So we're back, guys. We're back. There we go. I'm even slightly bigger than I normally am, but yeah, that's probably about fine right where I am in there. All right. So yeah, let me know in the chat there. Sorry about that. The internet crashed for about a minute. Had to wait for it to come back. And just happens sometimes. It's supposed to be broadband, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. So let's get back. See whether getting back into our flow that we had. I'm gonna have to reconnect a few things though. So let's do that quickly, and we'll move on from there. All right. Let me know if everything is okay now in the chat. That'd be really helpful. Seems like we've still got everyone watching, so hopefully that's the case there. All right, let me jump away from here. So that was it from there, and of course having some diamond hands. Now, Richard also posted this 3 hours ago. Said that you know, the ETH chart here, ETH have some chart art, and that is where we are right now, right? But it's obviously indicating where we will be coming into the end of the year and into the beginning of next year, which is pretty cool. We got a comment in there. Yeah, Diamond Hand there said, yeah. I think you've got there. What do you say? Yes, all good now. That's great. That's great. So welcome everybody. Sorry about that, but outside my control, the internet went down for a minute, just disappeared. Which is, I think that's the first time. Normally it's something to do with resources in the studio, but this time it was to do with the internet itself. All right, so that is a chart from Richard Hart there, and so you know, diamond hands is some of the messaging he's been given, and also you know, that the future looks bright. The future looks bright to where he thinks prices are going, and of course he did say he calls tops and bottoms very well. So that's kind of a characterization of some of the bullish posts that Richard Hart's had and encouragements. So pretty cool. We'll take that. Very, very cool. Now we're going to go to GoPulse. Now I've got to reset this, of course, because the internet was down. So we'll do that. Let's see if we get a correction there. Boom. All right. So we're on day 883. 883 since PulseChain launched on the 30th of May, 2023. And I just see that my, at the moment, the comments are coming up, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. We've got Pulse at quadruple 0289. So broken that 3,000 mark, down 5.3%. We're at 29% of the main sacrifice price there. PulseX right now, quadruple 0198. Is down 6.6% right now, so broken the 2,000 mark. So we were actually holding up relatively well, right? Because we don't have a lot of leverage on the old PulseChain. You know, even famous the GMX fork is not really got a lot of leverage on it. Last time I checked, so presumably it's not changed much. So you know, it is what it is. We just get a sentiment move, but we also can get relative moves, right? Because obviously, if you know, if Ethereum's come back to 3750. Then some people might say, "Oh, I'll pick up some, sell some of my Pulse and get some of that." So you do get some of those relatively moves. But at the moment, you know, we're holding up pretty well, down a little bit now. So just getting a little bit of waning here. And we got incentive token $1.28, down 4.6%. We got the buy and burn on PulseX at 7.88% right now, so it's gone up slightly. And PHEX there, what a discount right now. And we had a big whale sell, didn't we? Did we have a big whale? I think there was a big whale sell overnight. And down 8.16%. So we're at 6.12%. So we're still getting a little bit of weak hands on the whales. Richard Hart's talking diamond hands, and we've got some weekend whales out there. So PHEX is a real discount right now. Hint, hint. EHEX is even bigger because EHEX was, I think, sitting at 2,800 of a penny yesterday. It's now at 2,300 of a penny. So just below a quarter of a cent there for EHEX. What a deal. What a deal right now on these hexes. I know it's crazy in the volume you can pick up right now. So that is where we are on PulseChain, day 883. Let's go to the gas prices. We got 1.8 million beats, so a little bit on the high side, but not terrible. We got 2 cents for a PulseX swap right now. We got validators, 53,200. I think that's pretty similar to what we had yesterday. And the bridge, let's have a look at this, 101.2 million. So we're still holding that $100 million mark. We're definitely down from 118 million, I think it was, when we had EX really up at three tenths of a penny. And Ether's flipped the EX again. So after EX pulled back overnight, Ether's still on the high side there. So it has taken number one spot. Now we're not going to go through the comparisons like we did yesterday, but that is where we are right now. It's still over $100 million there. Let's have a look at the Treasury after ETH pulled back to 37.50. So we're at 37.40, 37.45, and we're down 4% from the break-even price, down $25 million right now because of ETH being below the entry price of 37.73. Only a little bit though, but still we're down. And I'm not sure how this percentage is calculated because obviously we had 166,000 ETH and 5,000 ETH went on the move right through to somewhere. So we're going to find out where. Now, I just noticed the comments aren't working right now on this channel here, so I can't actually. If you post in comments, I won't be able to actually post them up. But if you do post on YouTube, let me know if everything's okay. Again, Diamond Hand's been responding, so if you give me another update there, Diamond Hand, that'd be really great in the chat. Just let me know everything is okay, and I'm not talking to myself. That'd be kind of cool. All right, so that is where we are on PulseChain. Let's go to the overall markets, and we got $14.2 million. So yesterday we had 23 million. We're at 14 million today. The top performer right now is a gas money from OG WebChef. Diamond Hand says, I hear you. And that's cool. Do you see me as well? Do you see me? See me as well? We got gas money right now is up 11.7%. So not a lot of big movers today. XGame sitting at 2.3, almost 2.4 cents. So that is pretty cool. Yeah, 2.3 cents. So XGame looking very good. We're going to talk about that now. Should we talk about that now? Let's do that now. Yeah, let's do it live. So it's at number 2, number 5 position. Let's pull up the announcement about that. So XGame's still looking pretty good. Let's go to the 4-hourly chart, shall we? Let's go to the daily chart. Let's go daily chart. So we're kind of in this consolidation zone right now. It's probably a good idea. So the RSI is cooled off. So the RSI is down at 63. So that's kind of cool. You really want that once you have this big pump, a couple of pumps, you want to consolidate. So you show the power. And XGame has moved from a closed test net to a public test net. Potentially the first big viral game on PulseChain that could really go multi-chain, big deal. Now we did have an update from the team, and this was about 4 hours ago, and they said, "What a first day!" They said for public testnet. This is a final testnet, right? And they're going to go to very quick launch after this. Apparently, over 5,000 bets across BNB chain, base chain, and PulseChain during public testing, and the feedback's been incredible. Smooth, exciting, decentralized. XGame is built different. Now, the first game, of course, is a crash game. Any of you that have been on the BetFury would know how that plays, or any other sort of centralized crypto casino. And this is the animation's even better though. It's really good on the old XGame. It is the first game is crash game, and it's basically a multiplier game. So you might get 50x or 100x depending on if the spaceship crashes and you're still in it. If you're still in it, but when it crashes, then you lose all your bet. But if you jump out before it crashes your spaceship, then you're going to be okay. You might get a 5x or 10x or whatever. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. And of course, at the moment they've got a competition on where you can win prizes for helping with the testnet. So you can check that out on the XGame there. Kind of cool. We even got Xavier there. Big shout out to him. Obviously, our big influence in the space, 480,000 followers, and he's a great guy as well. So Xavier there doing a good job in the mix. So yeah, he's going to be pushing out his referral code, 30% referrals on that, of course, to his big community. And that's one of the key things. Helps make something do really well. So that's XGame right now, looking pretty good. RSI cooling off on the 4-hourly there. Down towards the 50. So not bad. Actually looking a much healthier chart. And that's crazy good. Now, Firewhale also, of course, is one of Firewhale's tokens. He's also the founder of XGame. And that's holding up almost 8% as well. Zero Trust on the back of Peacock is doing pretty well, up 6.8%. And it has been doing well for quite a few days, isn't it? Look at that chart. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Over half a penny. looking pretty good there. What's the RSI looking like? Is it cooked? Let's have a look. But it is holding up very well. RSI is super low, actually. It's 55. So this thing can keep climbing, has the potential. It is a little hot on the 4 hourly at 70, but could continue to zigzag on the daily there. So 0 there, looking pretty good. And I think that's from Gerardo, isn't it? Gerardo. That's along with Peacock. The other one that's along with Peacock is Top Hat. Top Hat and Peacock, of course, Crypto Coffee. Must be loving that. Must have been a little bit of insight into that in the back channels. But Top Hat there is going pretty well at 1400th of a penny. And you can see that's looking pretty good too. This is the Top Hat Peacock pair on the daily, and it's up and away there. So anything tied with Peacock right now, doing very, very, very well. We're going to talk about that in a minute, but yeah, pretty good. So Top Hat doing pretty well. We got Vouch, so separating from XGame and Peacock Association is Vouch, and it right now is looking pretty good. They're up 5.5%. And let's have a look at this chart. So Vouch, obviously the number one validator on PulseChain. And so what are we seeing here right now? At least at the moment, we're seeing a lot of value adds being added to the chain, right? So Vouch, number one validator, has 5% buy and sell tax feeding the system, and they're continuing to grow. They're eating up all that Pulse and making more validators, making the chain more resilient. We're getting better quality, more mature projects happening on the chain. And this is very, very important. We can't always just have the Wild West, right? It's you don't survive too well on that. You don't really. It's hard to grow sometimes. But we are getting a more mature chain like that. So Vouch, they're doing a great job in their mix there. And then of course we've also got XGame coming, the big viral game, could be massive for PulseChain too. And of course Peacock there also setting up something very, very cool. So we've got Pepe at number 10, the meme coin. This was down the bottom, remember, yesterday? Now it's up 4%, so just coming off the bottom, the old Pepe there. Sparta was also down the bottom yesterday, but is up the top, number 12 right now, up 3%. And we got Imp there as well, been around for only 3 hours. It's a new coin, so you can do with that what you will. We got PMX 500, been around for over 6 months, up 2.3% there. Swarm, number 15, up 2% as well. Pump Tires is up 2.2%. Interestingly enough, Pump Tires making a bit of a move here. It's got 11 million market cap and just bouncing off the bottom that we saw yesterday, 1 cent up to 1.1 cent. A little move there. Then we come into number 17, guys. We got Peacock. So we're going to talk about that, and that's Liberty Swap, right? Liberty Swap, and the chart's still looking very good. Daily RSI a little bit on the overbought territory, 70, but I think it's got plenty of room to move still. Yeah, we're down at 60 right now. Just had a little bit of a sell in the last maybe the last hour here, is it? Yeah, just the last couple of hours, just a little bit of tapering, but still looking pretty good. And we got some news from Liberty Swap, so let's talk about that. With the old Liberty Swap, I had comment here something. Yeah, ETH pairs have gone live. So at the moment, Liberty Swap's been, they're targeting ramping up to like 30, 40 chains, I think it is. But they've been using stable coins, right, for most of the bridging, which has been amazing. Everyone's been enjoying that. And they've blown up. They're really big. They've been doing USDC, USD Tether, and then they added DAI, right? And so 3 tokens onto the chain to buy many of the tokens on the old PulseChain. But now they've just added ETH pairs, guys. So this is a really big deal. We're excited to announce full support for ETH mainnet to wrapped ETH, that is Pulse with a fixed rate, and other PulseChain assets. Over the coming days, we will gradually increase the transaction limits and enable wrapped ETH Pulse to ETH mainnet routes. So this is great for a lot of people. They'll be really, really excited about this, making this a lot easier multi-chain. So kind of cool. Now we've also got Hyperlane out there working hard on obviously doing a lot of cool stuff with up to 160, 70 chains. So that's definitely ramping up as well. You can go check out Hexscout for details about that. All trading fees will be collected in ETH to power our gasless model, which is very cool. We did see a little bit of exposition there, or exposing with the high gas fees that we had on the market correction, which I guess is an extreme event. But we did see that eat up quite a bit of the profits yesterday that would otherwise have gone to buy Peacock. They did still buy a decent Peacock purchase. It'll be interesting to see, with gas prices coming back down over the day, that what they're buying for Peacock will be today with the fees. So that's going to be interesting. as well. That's going to fund their gaseous model, continuing building a seamless cross-chain trading experience for everyone. So it's kind of cool, and you can see there ETH the Pulse. How about that? Is that pretty cool? Pretty badass, right? Everyone would be keen on that. So this could be an absolute bumper crop. Maybe even bigger than stablecoins, right? So it's going to be pretty interesting. We've got ETH from Ethereum to PulseChain, and we've got a picture of ETH to BiPulse. So this is really a big deal there. So very excited about that. So that is from Liberty Swap there. Big deal. Big deal. I should probably say it in a more positive way because it doesn't sounds a little sarcastic. Big deal for PulseChain. That's a bit better, isn't it? And then we'll put some dollar signs. That's the way I roll. Tags, taggity tag. All right, so it's kind of cool. They got a little picture here too. They got their a quarter of an ETH, and they're buying Pulse with that. Look at that. Very, very cool. Right, you can get a whole bag of Pulse right now, guys. Don't miss out the opportunity. Don't miss out the opportunity. Parity party next, right? Decentralize me. Obviously, when you have more seamless, you have to take away those barriers to trade. You end up having a lot more. End up having a lot more close to parity, right? So it brings the parity down. Definitely a catalyst for that. So that is pretty big for Liberty Swap. I don't know what happened there, but I lost my bridge. So that's the big news. Actually, I might repost it out. I didn't repost it out, so we're going to repost that. Pretty awesome stuff. Now, I did want to look at something else that they had on here as well. Just let me just jump in here. Let's see here. So this is a pretty interesting insight here. They said also, coming back to Peacock, which is doing pretty well on the chart there. Also, Peacock has attracted around $403,000 per month in pure buy orders from other blockchains directly into Peacock there. So some direct buying through the bridge. So yes, this is the market cap. Peacock is free money in the long term. Pretty awesome there. They've got some Peacock and Bria and PulseChain, ALGO, Pepe, Pump Tires there. So interesting stuff right now happening in that volume stuff. So definitely winning the day. Now the one thing I want to talk about that is because Liberty Swap is running a treasury now, and they're taking all their fees and they're buying, they're buying up Peacock. They're actually adding another blue chip to PulseChain, essentially, aren't they? Because they've got all this bridges and swapping, which is essentially a big DeFi business, now propping up Peacock, which is also obviously a meme coin. And this is a double, dual pumpamental on PulseChain, but creating a blue chip environment, right? Not only for the meme coin Peacock, but also for the DeFi part of swapping and bridging on the PulseChain. And this is another value add. We talked about Vouch. So we are getting some sense of maturity leading into what we think is going to be the best part of the bull market coming up, despite liquidation events, which we do get often during in bull market cycles as we go up. So it's kind of where we are right now. USDC peers, there's another insight. USDC based peers generate around 1.5 million in annual buy pressure for Peacock. Even during the bottom of the PulseChain market, we don't yet know how much ETH and Pulse-based peers will contribute to future buybacks, but the potential looks promising. I would say it looks very promising. Obviously, a lot of people, obviously, if you're dealing with Pulse, you're dealing with ETH, would love to be able to bring their capital over very, very easy. So it's definitely a really, really cool route there. Real cash buy, USDC to Pulse to Peacock there. So pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. This Robin says that's on average $4,100 a day at current prices. That's 410,000 Peacock a day going away. That's going to have effects, and that's us being conservative with just USDC info, not with the wrapped ETH, etc. And of course, more chains as well. I guess you could add in with all the other chains they're adding in for the business. Things are about to get wild. We're working with major protocols on Base to fuel Peacock buybacks and burns Peacock to Coinbase. With real liquidity behind it. So these guys have got a lot of tricks up their sleeves. They also talked about obviously having moved yesterday, I think it was yesterday or the day before, from 20% to 100%, moving to 300%. So, these guys have got more tricks going up their sleeves this month. And so this is really, really big deal for PulseChain. So kind of cool. Yeah, we'll keep a lookout for that. That is some of the highlights there, I think. Don't know if there's anything else I wanted to say about that. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, so that's kind of where we are right now on the old Peacock there. So that is driving up a lot of these coins right now that are associated with it. including Top Hat and Zero Trust, and of course Peacock itself. Not bad, not bad. What else we got going? Let's switch down here. And we got Swarm right now at number 17. I talked about that. We got Ink Dollar sitting there at number 20. Surgical Trainers at number 21 is pretty much flat. So we've only got 20 coins on the trending right now that are green. Everything else is out of the money right now, including some of the hot ones that are going to probably be pretty popular in the future. And we got Solid X now at $4.84. So we kind of keep a lookout for that once XGame goes live. And then, of course, staking goes live with Solid X. We're going to keep a lookout for all that sort of transition into value. We'll keep a lookout there. And any market manipulations and what buying impacts will have on Solid X and XGame as well. Keep a track of that. That's kind of it. Yeah, Richard Hart coins on discount right now. Hex, of course, down there. Moving further down the field there, we've got quite a few of the OG Web Chefs, which were performing, okay. And a lot of them are down at the bottom here right now, including 9mm, which had a really cool, integration with Matcha the other day. So it's kind of cool. Unity, of course, from Cryptographics is still adjusting. It's in phase 2, adjusting to supply. We expect that to continue up till at least day 88, day 89 there. No real change there. So that's kind of some of the market update there on PulseChain over, I guess today and indicating on the last week. But we are getting some nice little trending things happening here because we do want to see, blue chips rise on PulseChain. We do want to see a more, stable part of the market and a growing part of the market that will have long-term growth. And I think we're starting to see some of those things emerge, which is kind of cool. So that is very, very neat. All right, so that leads us into Betterbank. Now, talking about PDI, Betterbankers, of course. Let's go to PulseCoin list, actually. PulseCoin list, and let's have a quick look to see where PDI is right now. We'll go to market cap, I think it is. Or was it liquidity? Maybe it's liquidity that I'm thinking for. I think it's liquidity. And we can see that PDI right now is actually down, even with the second day of the PDI conference. It's down 5% today at 29/100 of a penny. That's where PDI is. In fact, where is Bitcoin at the moment? We're at Bitcoin on PulseChain, $429. So, you remember that Rack and Michelle was talking about picking up one Bitcoin, wrap Bitcoin, and I've talked about that in the past. Well, you got an opportunity to pick it up at $429. Was up at $1,100 or $1,200, wasn't it? So, it's a nice little entry there potentially. Keep a look out the RSI on that though. Looking for a good timing. So Betterbank is coming back. Now, obviously, Betterbank had the hack, and it was unfortunate. They have half of their business sort of went down, and the other half was still operating. But they seem to be working hard over the last couple of weeks to get back up there and communicating pretty prolifically. So we've got update Betterbankers. The groves are officially open for staking. So it looks like their second half is getting back up and running there. And let's have a quick look at the numbers on the old Betterbank. Let's see here. So we've got the groves there. So we're on the wildlands, right? So it's the wildlands that had the issue. Let's go to the homepage. We had the stronghold was continue to operate. That was pretty fine. The wildlands is opening up. It says here 11 million liquidity. In TVL, total value locked. So they got 24.37 million in TVL. So even after the hack, it seems like they have managed to recover there, which is pretty crazy. And crazy good in a sense, because obviously we don't want everything going down or anything like that. They got 11.67 million borrowed and 101.6 million available, they say. So that is on the groves. And the groves there, looking pretty interesting there. So the groves are officially open for staking. So I guess you can do your staking there. I haven't got any wallet connected or anything, but that's the idea. There's a new Esteem contract. Using the correct contract there, and important, once you stake, your Esteem will be locked for one full epoch. That's only 1 hour, but since the first epoch starts tomorrow at launch, it means your stake will unlock 1 hour after launch there. So it looks like they're looking to launch tomorrow, which is a little bit earlier than I thought. I thought maybe next week. The groves won't start printing until launch. This is just a prep so you don't miss out on the very first hours of rewards. Get your Esteem and position. The printers will wake up tomorrow. Cheers, Betterbankers there. So that is from Betterbank. That's obviously positive for the PDI environment as well. All right, so congratulations to them, and the TVL still looks pretty strong there from the looks of it. So that's some of the cool stuff happening there with Betterbank, and I did want to talk about Gladiator games. So we do that. We're up to 47 minutes on the hour. My my computer. I don't know whether I'm presuming people are still watching, so hopefully I'm not talking to myself. But the studio numbers, everything's got stuck there. Should I do a refresh? I don't know. It's a risky. I'll do a refresh and see if it recalculates. Just one moment. Give me a minute to just check. All right, so it looks like we're back. Hopefully, you guys can see me again. Yeah, we lost the studio magic, but hey, Gladiator games right now. So day 2, this came an hour ago. Day 2 of the tournament, and the arena is on fire. So this is from Jason, the founder of Gladiator Games, the hottest game on PulseChain right now. If you're not playing it, you really should. You get on board there. In fact, if you want to play Gladiator Games, let me give you a link to do that and join up today. All I can say that, but. It's always best is to join up straight away and get in there. 1 pulse equals 1 gold. So if you want to bring on some stuff, that is the play. Looks like we got the comments back working again as well. So my refresh did work from the looks of it. And all my numbers are updated too in the studio. So I know how many people are watching right now. So that's good news. So there is the link to Gladiator Games. Join up today. You do have referrals now available on Gladiator Games. So the more people you on board the game, the better, and also the bigger the prizes will be. So it's a win-win all around, guys. So the hottest game on PulseChain, and it's only gets warmed up for tournament number 5. So definitely join up there. Thanks, Simon Hand, for giving me some feedback there today as well. I hear you, which is cool. So I appreciate that. All right, so let's go to the numbers, and let's pull up the details here. And let's have a look where we are. So the leaderboard is heating up. Brad has 26 wins. Rudolph has 24 wins, and Sandros has 24 wins there. So that's where we are. We've still got about a day to go, I think, on the tournament. Let me have a quick look at the tournament values. Actually, we're going to bring up the whole website. So this is just a teaser in here. 13 Gladiators are still battling it out. So I think there were 11 yesterday. So 2 more people have come into the game. And 30 hours remain. Anything can happen. So yeah, it looks like we've got just less than 30 hours to go. Over $1,400 in Rome is on the line. You've been waiting to jump in. So very, very exciting about that. Look at that. That video does look cool. So cool stuff. And you can see some of the animations there. So that's the prizes, $1,360 in Rome and $30 in for Generation 1 there. So pretty cool. I don't know if Generation 1's still operating, actually. I think this is Generation 2 Gladiators. Those are the standings at the time of the print an hour ago. So yeah, that is cool. Not bad. So the Gladiator Games is ramping up there, and it's gaining a lot of interest getting involved with the old Gladiator Games. So take a moment to go. If you like gaming, you like crypto, get into Gladiator Games. So that is the link right there. Join up today and get into Telegram, right? And there's a lot of cool things. Now, we're going to go into the website itself just so you guys get an idea of how that all works. So before we do that, let me set things up a bit more professionally. There. I think we might go to what mode? Go full mode and pull up the website there. Let me get rid of that and pull this one up. Bam, bam, bam. And let's share the screen on this. Let me just do the movie magic behind the scenes and pull it up there. Bam. Right, let's go to, where am I? We'll get rid of that. Right, so we're on tournaments. We're on tournament page. Let me check, tournament page. All right, so let's jump away. Let's jump away there. All right, so that is where we are. We're on Gladiator Games right now. There's the website. You guys can join up now and jump into Telegram. That's all I suggest you do. 2 things. Join up, get a DGN wallet, right? Get a DGN wallet, put some pulse in it. You can buy gold, one gold for 1 pulse. So you can buy gold and join up today. You don't have to play in this weekend's tournament if you don't want to, but you can get ready for next weekend. And there's probably going to be some midweek tournaments as well. Tournament number 6, so keep out for that. And you can start training today, but I strongly suggest to join up. It's a lot of fun, guys. Honestly, we're having a great time. And then get into Telegram and become part of the community. That's it. That's pretty easy to do. All right, Crypto League in the house is in the house. So good to see you. Welcome. We've got $1,360 in prizes this weekend, and so $400 the first prize. Now these prices are going to change for next weekend, tournament 6 next weekend. So there's going to be a lot more prizes, cash prizes for everybody to win. So you definitely want to join up today because you're going to be ready for next week, right? But the cool thing is that there are now starter packs. So if you go to the store, you hit starter packs, you'll be able to get two gladiators or either 2 rare gladiators or 2 epic gladiators with all the armor and everything else like that. And that will give you a competitive gladiator to go and fight in the battle. So it's kind of cool. You just have to click rare or legendary, hit tier 2, and then pick up, pick some of the gladiator types. You get 2 gladiators, so you got 2 there, and put a name on each of them. And click buy. You can buy that with gold, which is 1-to-1 with Pulse, right? So 1,000,000 gold is 1,000,000 Pulse. That's the idea. So you can buy that with the starter pack, and that will go up to your gladiators, and it'll be pretty cool. So you can click on the gladiator, you can find all your inventory, and you can just double click on the inventory, and it will add it into all the 12 slots that you need to equip, to put equipment on your gladiator ready to fight. So that's kind of cool. That's the basics to get yourself in the tournament. And then you can go to tournament here, and we can see at the moment the leaderboard. This is the tournament here, and we can see the leaderboard. If you want to register, you just put in your gladiator, generation 2 gladiator, and click register and pay 300,000 gold, which is 300,000 Pulse. And I'm already in the tournament, so we're going to talk about that in a minute. But there's 13 people. We've had 2 new players over the nights, which is kind of cool. It's still very early days for Gladiator games, so you're going to be coming in as an OG. But more and more people are hearing about Gladiator games, so it's really starting to build up. And you always want to get on these things early. At the moment, we've got Brad at the top with 26 wins, Rudolph and Sandras there, and sitting at number 2 and 3. So if we go have a look at the prizes, we can see that there's the first place is $400, $300 second place is $200 third place. Fourth and fifth place is $100, and sixth and ninth place is $50. But I understand that next weekend there's going to be a lot more prizes across a bigger number of people. So it's going to even be really cool. So definitely check that out. So at the moment, that's the prize, and pretty awesome prizes, to be honest. It's pretty amazing. So let's get into it. Let's go have a look at the standings. That is the standings right now. I haven't played all my battles, so I've got a lot of battles to do, and I'm just outside the number 10 spot. So at the moment, I'm looking at $10. But if I can get myself in the number 9 spot, that'd be $50. All right, that'd be a $50 payoff. So let's see if I can do a battle while we're online. Let's do it. It might be. Oh, I got a battle. Woo-hoo. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Let's fight, guys. You can't hear the sound effects, but the sound effects. All right. Let's go. We're pretty evenly. We're pretty evenly matched. This person might be a new player. I'm not sure, but yeah. Yeah, this person looks like they might be relatively new because you guys have seen me play some of the top guys, and I'm pretty decent with my skills. But, they, it is what it is. So now, one thing I wasn't doing. Oh, I got knocked down there. Did you see that? Um, so this person is definitely a new player. I can tell. But remember, last times I'm always coming up with the top players, which is the worst thing. It's bad this time. Um, Now I've got to do all my kicks. My punches there. That's my strike, and I got my wounding. And then I get my kick is very powerful for this player. I got my bandages and food if I need to heal myself, which is depending on who I'm fighting. I try not to use it as long as I can. But I got my wind and battle cry. They give me a lot of energy and stuff. So very important. This person's going to be in trouble. Yeah. Now, when I get up to the top 10%, they're going to be in trouble, right? So, because I get a new type of strike called execute, it's not going to be good for them. Oh, they've managed to heal themselves, which is pretty cool. So they do know a little bit about the game. That's cool. Yeah, sometimes new players will forget to heal themselves because they get all flustered, and that can even happen to people that have been playing for a while too. Actually, so it's not immune. But um, yeah, very cool. All right, so. To play that. Bam, bam, bam. I'm trying to. I really don't want to lose this, especially against someone I should be able to beat. Uh, you know, it's, uh, yeah. Yeah, they're not really moving around much. They're not really moving around much, which may work out for them, but probably not. Um, yeah, so I'm really trying to get them. Man, the fight's been going on for a bit, but that's cool. It's exciting. So I don't know who it is. I'm fighting someone new in the game. Uh, but that's where I was started, right? Someone new. Oh, look, they recharge themselves. Uh, so yeah, fighting, bam, bam. Uh, oh yeah. So notice how they're not jumping around much, which is I think playing into my advantage this time. Doesn't always play into your advantage, but I think it is this time. Oh, I got knocked down there. I didn't expect that. They're getting in trouble now, though, aren't they? I think they may have used. You get three bandages and three food to heal yourself. So they may be. I got the XP button now, so they're in trouble now. Yeah, they're in trouble. So once they got down to 10% of their life, trouble there. So yeah, I got the victory. Woo-hoo-hoo. And I got some glory, which is going to be used later in the game. So you're still early, OG. I got some gold victory, but that gold for this tournament, the gold's going to the main prize. But next week, in this tournament, we're just experimenting there a little bit. There, apparently the founders just changed things, so that's pretty cool. Now we've got 1 day and 5 hours to go in the tournament, so they'll be finishing tomorrow, right? But that was pretty cool. So that puts me up on the standing a little bit there, but I'm still not out of the woods. I've still got to get another victory to get myself into number 9 spot. And that will get me from $10 to $50, I think it was. So I've got to have another battle, 10 to 50. Should we do that right while I'm live? Might as well do it while I'm live, right? Do it live. All right. So if you guys haven't joined up to Gladiator Games, join up today, guys. Honestly, it is so good. In fact, I haven't posted the link in the you can find your own referral code if you want to share it around to other people. You get 5% of the gold that people use on the platform as well, so everybody can do it. It's open to everybody. But I'm going to post this under the live stream so you guys can join up if you're on X, and if you're on YouTube, it's in the chat there. But let me just quickly find the live stream and post it in there. So play Gladiator Games. And you can get that right there, posting it on X. So if you look under the live stream on X, you'll be able to see that. I see Xavier in the house. A big shout out. Xavier there in the chat there too. Big shout out to him. And of course, he's doing a great job out there on social media for PulseChain. And of course, he's an entertainment. 480,000 followers, but just such a great guy as well. So get out there and support Xavier. All right, so that is, I posted that link there. So if you want to check that out on X, you can and join up today. We would like to see you in Telegram as well. So to get to Telegram, all you need to do is go up to the top here in the socials and go to links, and you'll be able to find Telegram there. Join up and get into the mix. A great community. We're all positive vibes. So a great place to be during PulseChain right now. And a lot of people DCAing for the win. Well, let's get into another game. How are we doing for time? An hour and 1 minute. We're doing really great right now. We've got a really great audience watching, so let's play some games. I got no gold for the wager. Oh, I need to get some more gold. All right, because it's a little different this game. It won't be like this next week, but it's a little bit different this time. So let's see how we go here. It doesn't look like it. I don't have any gold left in my thing, so I have to fill it some. I have to get some more pulse to buy some gold. So this next week it won't be like this. You'll be able to just you'll get the winnings, so you'll always have a balance of gold as long as you're doing reasonably well. But that is the game right now. It is ready to play. So yeah, get a wallet, DGM wallet, put some pulse in it, buy some gold, and it's easy to do. Click the buy button there, and then you can go to economy, go to the store if you want to quickly get into the game. You can buy a starter pack. And you get two different ones. They're two different prices really for the top two. Premius there, 2.5 million gold or 2.5 million pulse. And Veticus there, 10 million gold or 10 million pulse. And you can just click epic or legendary depending on which one you want. Click tier 2 because we're on tier 2 gladiators right now, and you can choose any type of gladiator. So whether they have two swords or a trident and a net. Or a shield and a spear, you can decide which one you want. And then within that, there's different avatars that you can use. And you might want this guy here, and then you just call it a name. That's your first gladiator. The second gladiator would be here. You could choose, it's good to choose probably a female or male so you can breed them. So that's probably the idea, because you're going to be breeding to generation 3, right? So you want to probably at least have a male and a female, and name that, and then click buy starter pack, and it will take out this amount, and you'll already have a gladiator up and running. Go to gladiators then after that. Click on your gladiator, and you'll have all your inventory down the bottom. You just want to double click on it all, and it will add it into the 12 slots. You're going to need all these 12 slots to make you more powerful, right? So that's kind of the key there as well. You can also hit these qualities here. They may make you more powerful in the game. You can hit that. And if you want to speed up the qualities, you can pay Rome to get them all maxed out. You can upgrade every Rome. Now, it does take a bit of Rome to upgrade, but that's what you can do. You get to depends whether you want to be in the sort of the middle of the table or the top of the table. How far you want to go with that. But that's what you can do there. And you can see I'm upgrading all the qualities here. So the qualities are like stamina, strength, and speed and stuff like that. And then once you're ready, make sure that you've got your food as well. The one thing people forget is that they need food in here. See the food? You're going to need food in there. So you can double click that out. See how it went out, and you can double click it in. See how it goes in there. You're going to need obviously weapons and shields and bandages to heal yourself during the fight. You really don't want to not have those, because otherwise, if you're up against someone really good, you're going to get beaten up. You can get beaten up there. So you don't want that. So once you've got a gladiator that you're going to fight with, you can either do that, like I say, do the starter pack to get them real quick, and that way you'll be able to get in the tournament straight away, pretty much. With the tournament one, you'll probably be fighting in the middle arena here, so for some of the middle prizes, and get good at the skills. So if you're good at gaming, it should be something you're really good at there. All right, so that's kind of neat. What else should we say? What should we say there? I thought I had more Pulse in that wallet, because the DGM wallet, and I thought I had more in there, but I haven't got them there. And I'll put some more after the live stream, but and then I'll buy some gold and go back in the tournament there. So you'll see me Galactus there. I'll be fighting after the live stream. But that's pretty much where we are. We're up to now in 5 minutes, so I think we're going to wrap up there. We had a little hiccup with the internet connection, but we got through that. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to sign up Gladiator Games. That's it there. See you there. And next week, Tournament 6. It's going to be pretty exciting. So if you get on now, you'll definitely you either do the starter pack to get on today. There's still over a day to go, so you can definitely have a chance of winning prizes, or you can get in for next weekend as well, and that way you can build up your whole place and whole portfolio there with Gladiator Games. Lots of cool stuff. All right, I think that's it for the live stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. I will catch you again tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. By the way, guess what's coming out tomorrow, guys? You guys know it. It's the Monster Thread. The Monster Thread's coming out, and that's going to be really, really awesome. I know that editor-in-chief there, good old MVS, is working on that hard, or Bill. His name's Bill now, Bill. And so he's working on that hard for that. So Monster number 23 is going to be coming out, guys, for tomorrow. 23 weeks of PulseChain awesomeness, right? We're heading towards half a year almost on the old PulseChain Monster Thread. Your weekly newsletter with all the hottest stuff, some of the hottest news, the hottest projects, hottest people. No, I'm just kidding. But they're all coming. They're all coming there. Monster Thread number 23 out tomorrow. And it is packed full of goodies. So look forward to that. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. I'll catch you again tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Should we leave a little play out video from Richard Hart? Let's do that. You just never know your luck, but sometimes maybe this happens too. Get leading up. Maybe this happens as well. You never know. All right, take care, everybody. I'll catch you on tomorrow's show. Bye for now.
You could get a God candle at any moment. You could get a giant green candle at any moment, because it's easier to get them, because it takes less economic energy, because there's less of it for sale.